Yeah, once again, good evening, everyone. So today we are going to discuss arrays in Java, which is one of the important concepts. And let me share my screen also. 1 second. Let me know when it is visible. Also, please respond, guys. Visible, right?
Yes, ma'am, visible.
Yeah. So before going to the topic, we'll see why arrays is voice is breaking. Is anyone saying anything?
Yes, ma'am, your
So
voice is breaking sometimes.
my voice is breaking. Is my voice clear? Can anyone confirm?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Your voice is clear.
Yeah, actually, Sultano, your voice is breaking. Could you check your network once?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
My internet is lagging.
okay. So before going to topic, we will see why arrays came into existence. So we have the flexibility that creating a variable in Java. How will create a variable? For example, if we are creating int variable, we'll take int a equals to 5 like this. So this is the declaration of variable inside Java. So if we want to declare some 2 to 3 variables, we can say int a equals to 5 and b equals to 10. So if it is 3 also, we can go to c equals to some 10 like that. So if it is 5 also, we can. But if it is sometimes 10, 20, 30, in that case, we cannot define each and every variable like int a equals to b. We cannot take all the available alphabets and give the values now. So it will be difficulty when we are writing code using multiple variables, and using it also very difficult. So that is the case. Arrays came into existence. We'll see how it is helping us. So basically, Java arrays is collection of similar, like collection of group of elements which of similar data type. So whenever we are storing group of elements in our array, all those should be same data type. So either it is integer or string or any float, it all should be same data type. That time we can store. And coming to deep explanation, we can also see this Java array is an object which contains elements of a similar data type. Additionally, the elements of an array are stored in a contiguous memory location. Contiguous memory location means one beside other, like a row. How I can show you? 1 second. I will show array image. Why it is taking so much time? I will open this. So contiguous memory location means one beside other, and all will be aligned in the serial manner like this. You can see this image now. Contiguous memory means this. So first element will be here and second element will be here like that. The data will be stored. And it is a data structure where we store similar elements. We can store only a fixed set of elements in a Java array. Fixed set means the size. We'll define or will give the limitation to array when we are defining the array, and that is the limit we can have. Like if we are taking only 10 elements, we'll fix it and we'll take 10. If it is 20, we'll fix it and we'll take. The declaration of the size will be done while writing the code, and after compilation running time, we cannot change the size also. Getting point? You
Yes,
should,
ma'am.
yeah. And arrays in Java is index based. I will tell you what is index based. So coming to the same image, we can see these are stored in cells, and every cell is representing with the index, where A is the array name, and this braces will represent the index, and 0 will represent the index value. So 1 is stored at index 0, and 2 is stored at index 1, 4 is stored as index 2. So in this case, we can directly access the element using index name. So AF0 will print A1 and AF1 will print 2. This is called as index based, and it is also starts from 0 every time. And coming to advantage of Java, code optimization. I will tell you how. So when we are using array collection, like same data types, it will be easy to retrieve and sort, and if we wanted to any operations also, it will be easy because we are performing on bulk collection and using index, so that will be easy for a programmer. And we can also use loops occasionally when we are required. So in that case, accessing and like readability also increasing, and code is optimized at the same time. That is one of the advantage. And random access means we can directly access whatever the value from in between the array or in front of array or backside any side using the index. So the random access flexibility is there with arrays. So coming to disadvantage, like what is the disadvantage with the arrays is like size limit. As I said earlier, when we are initializing or defining an array, we should give the size at the time of writing code only. So after that, when array is compiled, the size is fixed. So we cannot change the size of array at runtime. This is one of the disadvantage for everyone. Like whenever everyone programming, everyone face this issue. That is the case. The main thing in Java, which is collection framework, came into existence. So which is the main topic in Java we are going to discuss in upcoming classes. So for now, this is all about arrays, and arrays are in like two types in Java. One is single dimensional and one is multi-dimensional. Single dimensional means only one array, collection of values will be there. And multi-dimensional in the sense it is like a matrix. You know a matrix, rows and columns.
Yes, ma'am. I know.
Yeah, rows and columns is called as multi-dimensional array in Java. So first we'll complete single dimensional and then we'll go to multi-dimensional. So the simple declaration for array is we can give the data type name first, and we can use the curly brace, and we can give array name. And one more thing, first the data type name, we can give the space and braces and array name. And one more thing, data type, array and braces. These are the three valid types we can use. Whatever you want, you can go with it. No issues, everything will work and no errors are there. So instantiation means coming to this is only declaration of array, and instantiation means we should give the memory location for the array. So memory location allocation in Java will be done by using the new keyword. Here you can see new. So here we'll take array reference where means name of the array, and new is the keyword to create the memory, and data type is what is the data type we wanted to store inside the array, maybe int or float, and size is how many values we wanted. If we write this line, then the space for this array is allocated, and after that we should initialize. So here like find out the difference. Like instantiation means we are creating memory to the array, and initialization means we are assigning values to the array. So here we can see A is storing 33, 3, 4, 5, 4 values we are assigning. So this is complete example, like we have given the data type and array name, braces also to represent the array, and we have assigned values. In this case, the four like memory for four values is automatically created. So this is one single statement to declare, instantiate, and initialization also. And we can use for loops, while loops to traverse array, and one more loop in Java is for each loop we can use like this, for and data type variable and array. will write the code, and this will be understandable when I'm using example. I will tell you with example. So till this, it is overall for one-dimensional array. If everyone clear with this, we'll go to example which is practical. So please respond. I will go to Eclipse then.
Yes, ma'am. That's clear.
Yeah, okay, fine. So now we are going to Eclipse and we'll create a project for us today, which is arrays. Like, are you practicing the things day by day?
Yes, ma'am.
That's good to hear. Uh, at the end of the day, you will be getting advantage of all things, like whatever practice you are doing, whatever learning you are doing. So as I said, packages are to organize the code. So I'm creating a package which is array, and inside package I'm creating a class. For now I'm using main class only. So we are discussing only about arrays now. So main class will be enough for us. So first we'll go with simple example, which to like declare an array and instantiate it and directly assign values. So now what we are going to do is we create an array. So as I said, for declaration or instantiation, we should use data type first. So now I'm using the data type int, and I'm going to give the array name as A, and will represent array using braces. So this is to declare array. So now in same line or other line also I can do. For you I'm doing in other line. So this is declaration, and now we'll go to instantiation. So instantiation will be done using array name and new keyword and data type and what is the size we wanted. And now we'll go for initialization. Initialization means assigning values. So we are going to save 5 values. That is index 0, index 1, index 2, index 3, index 4. So we are not going to going to index 5 because we are taking only 5 values and we are starting from 0. So it will go to up to 4 only, which is like if we are using n, it is going up to n minus 1. Similarly, we are using 5 here, so we are going to 4 only. And initialization will be done like it is a simple way I'm doing for your understanding. So a of 0 I'm assigning 1, a of 1 I'm assigning 2, a of 3 I'm assigning 1 second, a of 2 I'm assigning 3, a of 3 I'm assigning 4, a of 4 I'm assigning 5. So that's it, 5. If we use extra also, it will throw the exception, and that will be discussed in, I think, tomorrow's class. Exception handling, which is most important concept in Java. So I have given 3 things, and what I will do is I just only print one value for now, and that is a of 3 I will print. And what I will do, I will run this code and I will explain again with the output. So we can see a of 3 is 4, that is printing here. So here what we did is first we declared the array which is using data type and array name, and then we instantiated, like we have given our allocated memory location using new keyword, that is array name equals to new int, and we have given the size 5, and we have assigned each and every value, and then we are printing randomly one value. Clear guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, now what we'll do is we directly, I'm just commenting it, like if I'm commenting also you will get now while you're practicing. Just remove the comments, you will get the code. And now what we're doing is We'll do whole thing in one line. So complete, I'm giving complete only, so you'll get when you are seeing. So whole thing one line will be done like int a equals to directly values. So when we wanted to assign values, we should use curly braces. So if you are giving any values inside 1, 2, 3, so directly 3 is the size limited. It will automatically take according to the number of elements. And for traversing this array, for now I'm using for loop. So for loop, I think you know for loop. It is very easy. If you don't know also, I will tell. So for loop is a loop which we use in most of the programming languages. So for this we should have the initial value and condition and increment also. Like what I will do is I will write a print statement here, and I will print a of I. So what happens is when for the first time for loop is executing, I value will be 0 and a of I will be printing. Then it will go to the increment here. And it will increment I plus plus means I equals to I plus 1. So it will increment by 1, then I will become 1 here, and it will go to, it will check, before going it will check if I is less than 3 or not. So 1 is less than 3 and it will go to inside loop and it will print a of 1, and then it will increment. So now I will become 2. And if 2 less than 3, which is true, and it will go to the loop and it will print a of 2. Then I will go here and increment. So that time I will become 3, and here 3 less than 3 is false. So it will come out of loop. And we'll execute this program. We'll see it is printing all our values or not. We can see 1, 2, 3 is printing here. Understood, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So what I will do is we'll create a method and we'll pass the array. So these are examples for you to understand the things only. And I'm commenting this, and I will create method now. So first I will go to method. I will take. So here the keywords you should understand. I will tell you. So for now I'm taking public void static. Then okay, method na. So I will take it before main. It is good practice. So you take here the method. If you are taking like below also, you should declare array here. I will tell you how to declare also. Static void minimum will take because we'll also able to print minimum value of array, and it will take an array and as argument. I'm taking array. So what we are doing here is we have created a method. Why I'm giving this static means we try to access this method from main method. Main is static now. So it will be able to access all the static things only. So that's why I'm making it static. That is the meaning. Nothing else. And it is taking array as argument. This array will be passed from here. So I will keep this array, otherwise I will take it again. So from here, this will be for method. So remember this method, and I'm taking same array. So what I will do is I will just simply pass the array. So how can I pass? I should use method name and array name. Here the method like array is passed to minimum. So inside minimum, what we'll be writing is we wanted to find out the minimum value of array. So we are taking minimum. That's why I will give random values so that 5, 9, 1. So what we wanted to do is we should find out the minimum of these array elements. So here we know the minimum value is 1, but we should able to achieve it using Java programming. So what I will do here is I will just simply declare two values int I comma j. Those are useful in loops for us in coming, and j will take, otherwise we directly take one of the minimum. So for now minimum I am assigning first value. So I'm taking 4 as minimum in the starting of the code. So what I will do is I will take a for loop and I will take I equals to 0, I less than. How will find out length of the array? Every time we cannot take 5, 6, right? Like that now. So we should have a valid thing to find out length of the array every time. How it will be done, I will tell you. So array name dot length. Yesterday you also understood about string now. So string length will be find out using string method, but for arrays it will be using array dot length, and I'm incrementing. So here array dot length will take automatically the length of array from this past parameter. So now this value will be automatically 5, as we have 5 values inside now. So 5. The condition will be checked. And one thing we should understand how we are checking minimum. So we should if condition. So if already given minimum is greater than any of the array value, that time what we'll do, we should replace minimum with that array value. So as is automatically the array value will be changed to minimum array value, and after exiting loop will print the minimum value. So minimum equals to plus min. So did you get the logic or should I explain it again? Hello,
Clear, ma'am.
understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so we'll see we'll get minimum value or not. Minimum is 1. Right now minimum is 1 only. So till now we have completed passing array to method and simple declaration of arrays only. And what we'll do now is we'll do one return also from method, and one more thing. Anonymous array also I will tell you. Just wait 1 minute. First we'll discuss how method will returning the array. So for that I am creating one more class inside arrays so that it will be useful for you when reading. I will do example. One second. I should give this public starting. So what we'll do here, method returning array na. So first we'll take the method here, static. So every time when method returning, we'll use the return type before name only. Like that same here, int only, but it is array, and we'll take print as method name. One second.
Excuse me, ma'am. Hello.
Yes, yes.
Ma'am, please explain the previous line that you have written.
Which line?
Static int array print.
1 second. Explain. showing me. Do we have print? Okay. So what we are doing is here is we know methods in Java. So every method will return some return value, either int or float or void sometimes. So now we are working with array. So we wanted to return one of the method array. So to represent the array, we should use these curly braces, square braces, and which is type of int. So this means the method print will return integer array. Got it?
Yes.
Yeah. So what I'm doing is this error we are getting because as it is integer array, integer method, integer array returning method, we should have a return statement. So I'm writing return. So directly I'm taking array here. You see how I'm taking. So return new int and values. So here I'm giving 2, 3, 4, 5. So how it is happened, I will explain. So we are returning integer array that is represented with int and array symbol. And new is to creating memory now itself and assigning values itself. So for that we should use new keyword and curly braces with values. Got it? So we are doing everything in one line. If you are confusing also, what you can do is you simply take int array and giving new int some 3, and now you assign values to array 1, 4, 5. Next we'll do returning array here. So what we are doing here inside method, we have initialized the array that is a. In values I will take some different 5, 2, 3, and we are returning array directly. So instead of this we can directly write as return new int array, and that has the values 3, 6, 8. So if you are writing this commented line, it is also fine. Or if you are facing any issue understanding this, you can also write like arrays separately initialized and you are returning the array. So how we are not getting any error while returning this A means we have given the return type as array. That's why we are able to return array. So as we are returning the array, we should return like we should have a variable inside main when we are calling method. So see how I'm doing this. We'll go to main, and here we should, like as we are returning array here, we should have array only. So array only have the array now. We cannot store array into a variable. So for that we should have same type of array, that is result I'm taking here. And how we'll get, we should call the function that is print. And if we call the function, the return type will be assigned to the result. What happened? Okay, result is no. I haven't given the array. It is variable till now. It is array now. So now this return type which is array from print is able to stored in result. So how can we see we are getting the values into array or not? We'll take the loop. Now I'm taking for each loop. Carefully observe how we can take for each means we should have a variable which is like I, and we should have the array name. For now it is result. That's it. We can directly print array I. It will every time print the values. So previously when we are using here for loop, what it is I equals to 0 and I condition is given, and every time we are accessing array value we have used array of I. But coming to for each loop, we have just assigned value of array to I. Like every time 5 will be assigned to I, 2 will be assigned to I, 3 will be assigned. So there is no need to use array name before I. It will directly take. We'll see in the output. See, now we are printing 5, 2, 3 easily. Got it? Any doubts? Everyone understood, right? If you have any doubt, you ask me right now. Please unmute and tell me.
Yes, ma'am, it's clear.
Okay. And passing anonymous array, I will tell you. For this, we should have methods. So I'm telling here. So now here when we are passing the array, we directly pass the array using name. So now I'm commenting it. I will pass the array directly using this new int thing. You just now we saw in another example now. New int, and we directly values. So here what will happen is why it is called as anonymous because we are not giving any name to this array, and we directly using whenever we wanted to pass the parameters. So it don't have any name, but we are able to access it. That's why it is called as anonymous array, and we have passed this to method, and we'll see we are able to see its values or not. I'm running the code. It wants it should give 1, 2, 3. The minimum will be, yeah, it is gone. Minimum. The minimum will be 1. 1, 2, 3, minimum will be 1 only. Now that's why we are able to print. So this is the way to use anonymous array. And now I'm moving to multidimensional array. If you have any doubt, please let me know now. Otherwise, I will go to multidimensional array. Okay guys, I'm going to multidimensional array. So here the data is stored in the form of row and columns, and which also accessed using index only. Per row and column there will be separate index, like just now we have only a of I na. No, from now we will have a of I and j both. So the syntax to declare the array is data type braces and array name. Data type braces and array name, two different ways, and one more way is data type array name and braces. One is data type braces, array name and braces. Everything is fine. You can choose any of them and go like work with it. And instantiation will be same like one dimensional array. We should give the data type array name and should use new keyword and data type and what is the size we wanted. Here the 1 3 will be row size and 1 3 will be column size. And we'll go to example and we'll see more of it. So multidimensional array, I'm creating one more class. Multi D I'm taking. So what we'll do is we'll go with one simple example like how to send values and how to access them. That's it. So I'm taking simple array A. Sorry, I have given. And how we assign? So if we wanted to initiate, we can go with this procedure like int new int 3 3 like that. So we are already familiar with arrays and we have practiced one dimensional. So now we are not wasting to assign the memory and to assign values. So we are directly going to assign values, which is using curly braces. So coming to multi-dimensional, one curly brace is not enough. We should use multiple. Like how many columns we wanted, how many rows we wanted to have, that many curly braces. One inside curly brace will represent one row, and whatever the values we are giving to this is each one is a one column value. And here 4, 5, 6, and here 7, 8, 9. So it is now 3 by 3 matrix, and we'll print these values and we'll see what is coming in row and what is coming in uh, column. So for that I'm using for loop only. So int I equals to 0, I less than, here 3. So I will tell you how to find out the length in coming example. For now we are using only 3 for the simplicity directly. And so here we have both row and column. That's why we should use two indexes, and for that I'm using one more value j. And j also same, as we are using equal rows and columns, we should have same thing, that is 3 and j plus plus. So what we are going to do is we will like I'm going to print the values. So how I will be printing, like a of I and then j, and then what I will do for the view, I'm taking a space. I will tell you why I'm taking space. And after completing a row, I'm going to next line. So in Java, next line will be coming with system.out.println. That's it. So if we see output, I will explain why I did like this. See, the values are one second, what happened to this? So the values are printed in the form of matrix. So what it is here, a of 0 0 will be printed, and then this space will be taken, and a of 0 1 be printed. Every time inside the loop a will be 0 and j will be increasing 0 0 0 1 0 2. After j limit exceeds, it will go again here, and I will be increasing, and a of 1 0 1 1 1 2, and then again I will be incrementing 2 0 2 2 1 2 2. Like that, these will be printing, and after every row, the new line will be taken. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. One more thing, the simplest thing I wanted to let you know. Just I'm commenting this thing, and I will tell you. How will be assigning value? So if we wanted to assign, what can I say? Now what we'll do is one of the simple example. Just try to understand it. So if we wanted to assign a of 0 equals to 1. One second, we should give array first. Mm, 3 3. So here in this 8th line, we have declared the array and assigned the memory. And in the 9th line, we are assigning one value. So like this, we can go to assign everything, like a of 0 1 equals to 0 2 equals to. That is one of the way, but it is too lengthy, so I'm not choosing that way. But I'm telling you should know that also. So that is the thing I wanted to let you know. And one more thing, what we are going to do is we should perform addition of matrices for our understanding. So Matrix will be two things. Here we have one matrix already, and what I'm going to do is I will take another matrix which is I'm naming as B, and we should have a resulting like one more matrix to store the values now. That's why I'm taking int C. And what is the size we need? 3 by 3. So I'm just assigning 3 by 3, and the result will be coming after performing the addition. So here what we'll do is we should add both values now, like a array A values and array B values, and here I'm taking both are same. That is not an issue, we can take. And what we'll do is um, we are going to print these two things, add these two things. So I'm commenting this for your reference, and I will write again. So addition will be starting here. So I'm taking three loops: I equals to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. So the concept. And j equals to 0, j less than 3, j plus plus. So first we'll assign some value like 0 for C, and then we'll open another loop k, k less than 3, k plus plus. And now what we'll do is assigning values to C, like C of I and j equals to A of I and k plus, one second, it is addition only na, so we can take directly two loops, not an issue. Just j and b of I and j. That's it. So what we are doing is we are taking for loop with I equals to 0 to 3 and j equals to 0 to 3, which is used to traverse these two arrays, and taking these two values and adding them and assigning it to C. So now what we'll do is we just simply try to print C. So we'll see we are getting the values or not. So I'm taking ij and we try to print C. C of ij. Is an extra brace is there? Okay, we'll run this and we'll see we are getting the output or not. One second. I will. So see, we have taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 now. So we are adding. 1, 1 will be 2, 2, 2 will be 4, 3, 3 will be 6, 4, 4 will be 8. So we are getting the output that is addition of two matrices. Got it? Or if you have any doubt, you can ask me. No doubt also you should tell me. There is no doubt.
Ma'am, explain it again, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So now we are performing addition of two matrices. So for that I am using two multidimensional arrays. One is A and its values are 1, 2, 3 like this. And one of the array B, same values I am taking as I have copy pasted. So if don't want also, we can change some of the values. That will be easy. And now what we are doing, so we are adding A and B. So for that, after adding, we should have the place to store the result. So that's why I have created one more array C, which can store 3 by 3 similar to these two. So when we are adding 3 by 3 matrices, it will return one 3 by 3 matrix only. So that way we should store 3 by 3 matrix in C. Now after that, what I'm doing is I am using for loop to traverse the array values 0, 0, B 0, 0. So I am adding both of them and storing it to 0, 0. And 0, 1, A of 0, 1, B of 0, 1, I'm storing it to C of 0, 1. So parallelly, I'm adding these two and storing in C. 1 to 1 plus 2 storing in C, 2 plus 2 storing in C, 3 plus 3 storing in C. That is the operation is done here. And after that, using this for loop, I'm printing the values of matrix C. That is, now we have changed the values. So if we execute now, we'll get another result. That is 3, 4, 6. How? Here 1 and 2 is 3 and 2 and 2 is 4. 3 plus 3 is 6. 4 plus 4 is 8. 5 plus 2 is 7. Like this, these are adding. Got it?
Yes, ma'am. I
Yeah.
understand.
Yes, okay. And one more type of like it is also multidimensional, but it is a little bit different. Why it is called as jagged array means here we can see odd number of columns. Like still now that is row by row same, row by column is same. 3 3 we have taken, but when row and columns are not equal to, that is called as jagged array, and that is also available in Java. We can do that. How we can do is I will give example here only. It will be useful. So if we have an array A that is multidimensional and we want that array to have three columns, but three rows and but columns are as our wish. So we are giving empty to the column for now. And how we'll give this column means we go to array and first row, and now we'll give the column values that will be given using same int new keyword and int. Then we'll give what are the column values we wanted like this. So for row 1 we want three columns, and for row 2 like a of row 2 will be a of 1, and for this we want just only two columns. That's it. And if we want some 4 also, a of 2 equals to new int 4. This array will be looking like first row having 3 values and second row having 2 values. 1 second, 4 and 5 I'm taking. Third row having 4 values. You see this array will be jagged array. Here number of rows and columns are not equal. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, the remaining operations will be same. Like we can work with as usual as how we have worked with multidimensional array. Same for jagged array also. The size will be differ here. And one more thing I wanted to discuss is recursion in Java. It is actually we can cover in methods, but methods is going with topics like we haven't taken any method for class for Java method. So I wanted to tell you recursion. I will quickly complete it. Just be with me. You will get it. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Recursion means we like if anyone have the knowledge of C, Python, some C++ also they are aware of it. Recursion means a method calls itself, that is called as recursion. And main thing we should have in recursive method is condition. If we don't have any condition, the recursion will go unlimitedly, like infinite execution will be there. So that is not a good practice for a programmer. So definitely we should use a condition. I will show how to use it. So first we'll go with simple program, then we'll go to standard problems also. So for recursion, I'm creating new class. Recursion. So which is mainly given like definition. Easy definition is a method calls itself. So what we'll do? We create a method. I will take static void. Method name will be print. So first we should call this method inside main using print. Once we call from main and remaining times it will call itself only. So if I write print here, this is called as recursion, a method calling itself. So now here I haven't given any condition. So if I execute this program, it will go unlimited times, like infinite times. So this we should not do. So we should have a condition that like, for example, I'm taking I equals to 0. And the condition I'm giving is if I greater than 5, we should not call this method. So I'm taking this method into this condition loop. And after every execution, when it is executing, it should increment I here. And we should increment I. So I will show how I also incrementing by printing the value of I. So now I will execute this code and I will explain you with the output. One second, we should have a statement also. Recursion. Oh. Wow. Shit, I is incrementing only once. That's why every time I is assigning to 0. What I will do, I will pass a variable here. Let me execute it first and I will explain you why it is happening. I less than 5, once I is 0. Printing the value of I. So now we are getting, I will tell you what I did. I will print value of I also for better understanding. You saw now how the infinite execution is going. So this is because of the mistake in the condition. So I will tell you. Here I have taken I for condition. So I'm passing this I to print method here. So after going here, the print method will take this I and we are printing the value of I. Initially it was 0. And I value is 0 and then I is less than 5. Anyways, it is true. So that's why it is going to if loop inside if. So inside it is printing recursion, and then what I'm doing is calling the same method which is done using recursion. So I'm passing plus plus I means it will increment the value of y, that is 1, and it will pass this I to method. And now whenever this call is going here, the I value will be 1. And whenever this executing, I is automatically 1. Here we can see value of I is 1. And 1 is less than 5, and recursion is printing. And again is I is incremented, and it is going here, and I is less than 5 and printing recursion. So like that it is printing I recursion 5 times and value of 5 times, because we are calling method again and again from itself. And if we are missing this condition, it will execute infinitely as before it was executing. Got it? If you have doubt, you can ask me right now, like I can explain you.
Yes,
Please
ma'am. Got
respond.
it.
Yeah. Now we'll do one more example, that is factorial. Anyone already know this factorial problem? How to find out factorial of a given integer? So factorial is easily achieved using recursion only. So factorial means if we wanted to find out factorial of 3, so how it will be coming? 1 into 2 into 3. And if it is 5, 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. Like that the factorial will be coming. So for this problem we are using recursion. So we also implement the logic. For that first we need to have a we wanted to return this method the factorial value, that's why I'm using it. If we are using any what can I say, larger number, we should use long also according to size. So I'm taking a initial value like to which we wanted to find out the factorial. So what I will do, I will pass the parameter here, factorial of 5. So what we are expecting factorial of 5 will be, we'll see in the output. No worries. So we come here. What we'll do, if the value is either 1 or 0, the factorial will be directly 1. So there is no need to run the like recursion. We can directly return here 1. This is one of the condition. And other thing what we'll do is, in the else, here we are doing actual recursion. How it will be is, we will return the factorial. Here we declare the, like we referring the value using n. So n into n minus we want. So how we'll do is factorial of n minus 1. Okay. So I will run this and we'll see we are getting the factorial value or not. Okay, we should assign it to some result and print the factorial also. We haven't print the result and we are checking for the value. You should let me know if I'm doing any mistake also. Here we can see 120, which is factorial of 5. So here I'm passing 5 to this, and here 5 will go here in the place of n. And if 5 equals to, like n equals to 1 or n equals to 0, return 1. But here we have taken 5. That's why it will go to else. And here n will be 5 into next factorial of n minus 1, which is 5 minus 1 equals to 4. Again the factorial will be called using 4, that will come here, and 4 is not equals to 1 and not equals to 0. Again it will come to else, and how it will be like 5 into 4 into again factorial of n minus 1, which is 3. So every time this will be done. If for the next step it will go like 5 into 4 into 3 into factorial of 2. which is n minus 1 is 2. So like this, it will run until factorial of 1. When n become 1, it will go here, n equals to 1, and it returns 1. So automatically the result will be 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, which is 120. Got it? Understood, guys? Please respond now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So with this, we have completed recursion, and one task I am giving to everyone is please do the Fibonacci series. You know now. Did you heard any time?
Using recursion of
Recursion only you should do. We are discussing recursion. Huh? So you should do this task. Like don't Google it or anywhere. It is for yourself only. So try yourself. If you are not getting, I will tell you in the next class. So complete this task. I will send all these documents. Till now you got everything right.
yes, ma'am.